All others plot how to counter AKD's challenge. Compass says no, but Dulas perseveres. SLPP MPs tell rank and file to back Ranil this time. Prasannas leak.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
All others plot how to counter AKD's challenge. With Anura Kumara Dissanayake on an official visit to India, there is increasing public opinion that his victory is certain at the upcoming presidential polls. Almost all other parties are now treating as if he is already president and thinking of how to counter his challenge. But some worried SJB MPs say that Sajith Premadasa seems completely unconcerned. Namal has already made up his mind and plans to gain power back for the SLFP within 6 months of either Sajith of AKD winning the election. According to Champika, former President Chandrika Bandaranayake, Kumaratunga alone has taken AKD's challenge seriously, and she is the only one capable of facing him off. Several MPs of various parties who had previously been at each other's throats met recently at the home of a pro-government businessman in Kota. In addition to some SJB MPs, one each from the Dulas and Lanka factions, and 2 presidential advisers were present. As the meeting went on, the topic of the time came up. At this rate, a JVP win is inevitable. Sajith does not understand it. He is like a baby. If the JVP wins, we will have to leave the country, a concerned MP said. The discussion went for around an hour, and each made suggestions on how to meet the challenge. A senior, hoping to be the General Secretary of the People's Alliance, commented with a serious face. He said they don't have many options, but are left with just one. The general election should come before the presidential election, he said. When inquired what happens then, the senior replied by stating, Anura is a brand name now. Even Ranil and Sajith together cannot defeat him. If a general election is held first, that will change. People gathered around that brand name will scatter and rally round the parties. All were in agreement with that. He explained that although the Election Commission should hold the presidential election before 17th October, a general election could be held first, even in July if the president dissolves Parliament in May. Several then asked if the president will agree to that. Why not? It will be good even for him. So is for Namal. He has been pushing the same idea for some time now. The MP from the Lanka faction said they should make the proposal to the president when he returns. The senior was told to give a phone call to President's Chief of Staff Sagala Ratnayaka and ask him to make the suggestion to the president that day itself. The 2 presidential advisers got to work immediately. By the time their parley ended, they accounted for at least 3 single malt whiskey bottles. The big question here is if Ranil will make up his mind to hold a general election first. We have been saying that the JVP is gaining at grassroots level with its concerted efforts while all others were yet to enter the game. Now, they are worried and forced to do something about it. Compass says no, but Dulas perseveres. Dulas Alahaparuma looks positively at the popularity of the NPP, although some others with him are a frightened lot. His mood gives the impression that he does not mind even if the JVP comes to power. Remember, he was branded JVP when he first contested and won in 1990 at the Southern Provincial Council polls. His campaign manager at the time was Hiru newspaper's Sisira Yapa, FPC's GL, Godahewa, Dilan, Jayasumana, Kumarasiri and Wasantha. Yapa struck a deal with the SJB last December, but even they are divided now. Jayasumana has started something with Roshan Ranasinghe, while Kumarasiri plans a direct crossover to the SJB with the promise of Kalawewa organiser position. Godahewa, GL, Wasantha and Dilan seem to be in one lot and hold press meetings at GL's home as the FPC's Sajith faction. Dulas and Charitha have gained control at the Nawala office and meet the press separately. The former says he will not ally for any reason with the SJB, the alliance with the chair symbol or the government. He told journalists that they will support only an alternative programme to the government, According to him, the government program will leave the country with girls working in spas and boys in three-wheeler taxis only. Anyway, Dulas is good at talking, according to the trend. It's quite amusing to watch what will happen to him now, after having left the Rajapaksas in search of freedom. SLPP MPs tell rank and file to back Ranil this time. In the SLPP camp, Minister Prasanna Ranatunga is now considered a keen supporter of Ranil. He is now busy working at the grassroots to ensure that they are ready to face any election. He has decided to revive party activities in the Gampaha district that faced a setback following the Aragalaya. In the past, he did everything from his Udugampola home, but with it in ruins due to an arson attack during Aragalaya, he now makes daily trips to Gampaha from Colombo. Every Saturday, he spends the day at his Udugampola office. Taking a swipe at those involved in Aragalaya, he said those who tried to attack him and gain power are nowhere to be seen today. The occasion was a meeting with MPs Indika Anuruddha, Ananda Harishchandra and local bodies members of Divulapitiya and Katana. Prasanna claimed Aragalaya brought people closer to the SLPP. Harishchandra inquired as to what they should do at the presidential election. Everybody asked me the same question. I want them to back President Wickremesinghe because only he can save the country from the economic crisis. A LG member pointed out that the party is yet to make it official. Mahinda will take the right decision at the right time, he answered, maintaining his pro-Ranil stance. He asked them if there is anyone else better than the president, to which they answered no. I always speak my mind. When I say the truth, some say I am trying to divide the party. They accuse me of being a henchman of Ranil and going against the Rajapaksas. I am none of that. But there is no option than Ranil, he went on with a purpose. Anuruddha nodded in agreement. It was Prasanna who fired the first salvo when Basil tried to field Dhammika as the SLPP candidate. Now he seems worried by speculation that the Rajapaksa family has decided on Namal. Anyhow, Namal's dream is to become the opposition leader this time. For that dream, the Rajapaksas plan to send all others to the opposition. That is why a sizable majority in the SLPP tries to ally with Ranil and continue to be in power. Prasanna's leak. Prasanna is still the topic. A video showing him doing a jig with a girl is now going viral in social media. While in Parliament, several young MPs inquired from him about that. Sahan Pradeep said it was a nice dance. Kokila Harshani, taking a look at the video from her mobile phone, asked him about his beautiful partner. Prasanna replied, "She is Nishantha Aya's daughter Senuri." The video was taken at a wedding at Hilton in Werawila more than a month ago. It was the wedding of the owner's son. Nishantha Aya's daughter posted it on Instagram. The JVP's mudslingers took it and used it on their pages, he claimed. When the family meets, it is normal that we enjoy it. But what can I say if those in the JVP do not have a family life, the minister said. One thing is clear. Especially those in the government suspect the JVP of being behind everything that goes against them. Anyhow, various political camps are getting formed now. Our observation is that Sajith is getting pushed out of the stage. At the same time, several SJB and SLPP MPs are getting close to Ranil. All the while, AKD tries to keep on with his popularity. That's how the political scenario is at present. That's it for today.